Good morning and welcome to this year's video. It's been a while. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. And there's been lots of adventures, and if you'd like, we will fill you in on what them adventures are. But the light is coming. It is coming thick and fast. And this morning we're at Fiddle Rock. Check this out. So the tide is out, which is perfect because that means the tide's coming back in. And that means I'm going to have lots of different conditions to shoot, which is pretty perfect. At the moment, I've got this beautiful band of cloud that's just coming across this way, and it's starting to catch the very beginning of the light and the sun coming up. The bow rock itself, which definitely looks more like an elephant, is just over here. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to move around to the left-hand side of the bow and try and catch this lovely stripe of pink cloud off to the right. And because my camera has not been out in a long time, a long time, I'll make sure I give my lens a little blow, a little check. Still clean. It's the importance of looking after your gear. Okay, so you can't see me very well, but in front of me I have got this really nice pocket of rock coming around here, and every so often I get a big enough wave that fills up this area, and this is one right here. Should have probably caught that. But what I'm wanting is I'm wanting that wave coming in and then leaving. That's what I want to capture. I want to capture that wave leaving. But to capture it, I have got this light on, and that light needs to be off, because that light is going to ruin my shot. It's going to bring in an orange-yellow hue in that foreground, which is going to look very unnatural considering it's so dark right now. So I'm going to turn you off, and then we'll have a little look at the shot. So I just captured that first image, and what I did is I did a multiple exposure, one for the sky, one for the rock, and one for that water. In a scene like this, the focal point is often the same thing. So it's really quite important that you play around with your foreground, and that's what I'm about to do. The first foreground, check it out, beautiful. The water leading through to the bow, well, to the fiddle. You can't see the bow yet, but that's also important. Playing with the perspective of your focal point. I've changed the bow and fiddle into the bow, and now it looks completely different. As I move around this little bay and possibly even move up into the rocks above, each shot, hopefully, is going to feel slightly different because you get a different perspective of the subject. First shot, what I did is I showed silky smooth water leading through into the fiddle. The next shot, I'm hoping to catch a little bit more drama. Let's see what we can find. The water is picking up, it is getting hot. So this shot, as you can probably see it out there, the water is starting to get pretty high, to be honest. It's starting to get pretty high, and it looks wild, it looks amazing. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get close enough to the water to be able to capture that awesomeness, but hopefully not get wet. But I've got this beautiful crack leading down onto this rock, and this rock is just acting like a barrier that makes the water just go absolutely up in the air, looking amazing. And I'm wanting to capture it when that water's looking amazing, and possibly even coming into this little channel that I've got in front of me. And because the sky is quite boring at the moment, what I'm not interested about is getting a huge expanse of that sky. So I'm lowering my camera to get more of that foreground, to make more of that story hopefully interesting. So I'm going to go for a higher ISO because I want to be able to freeze that water more. Instead of making it long and smooth, I want to freeze it. So in my experience, what makes cool shots is cool angles. So what I've done is I've climbed on top of this rock, and I am roughly balanced here, trying to get a little bit of a higher perspective of the entire scene to hopefully get an interesting shot. Now there is something else that has started to happen. Just over here on the elephant's head, sorry, on the Fiddle, the sun is starting to hit, and Pauline is about to get the drone up. So the shots you saw at the beginning, Pauline's about to capture. Fingers crossed though, fingers crossed, the seagulls don't try and attack the drone. I'm gonna possibly do a vertical panorama going up through the scene so I can capture as much information as possible, hopefully get as much detail as possible. So hopefully this is an epic shot with big print ability, and I might even print it and put it in the van, as this was the first photography vlog filmed in the van, and I think the shot's going to be pretty spectacular. Right, waffle over, let's get this shot. So for this shot, I'm going for something a little bit different. I've decided to switch to my 24 to 70 mil, and I'm shooting on about 30 mil at the moment. And what I'm capturing is this beautiful wave of water coming around here, and then hopefully I'll capture some water coming over the edge of this set of rocks just here. Every so often I get this nice big break coming over it, and on the ultra wide angle it's lost in all the information that's going on around you. You don't know where the eye is meant to go. So fingers crossed, by bringing you in closer, getting a tighter subject, we can make it more about what's happening in the water and in the bow and fiddle itself. And there we are, we got it. But never just go with one, always get multiples, because you never know, something else might be better. So, you've probably noticed, we're walking away from the Fiddle, and it's a lot lighter. Photographer's game, I got nervous. But lots of photography happened, lots and lots of amazing shots. And okay, I didn't go into a huge amount of detail about the van and where we've been, but again, if you are interested in that, leave a comment below, and we'll do a little bit of a backstory of where we've been, what we've been doing. And I'm not going to be posting on the channel super regular, not every week. Reason being, charging all of these batteries on our leisure batteries might be a bit of a nightmare at the moment while it's still winter. So the videos will be coming, but probably few and far between. So here we are, we're back in the van. Apologies, the camera did die, and if you can hear that noise in the background, that is the diesel heater. It did get a little bit chilly out there. But what was I saying? I was basically saying that because we live in a van, power is not always around and fruitful, because we've got 500 watts of solar, but Scotland in winter doesn't involve a lot of sunshine. We do have a DC to DC charger, but that involves taking long drives to charge our batteries. So things for charging batteries are not so perfect. Conditions for photography though, pretty damn good. Pretty darn good. And I hope you've enjoyed this morning's video at the Bow and Fiddle. What a location, what a location. And I'm glad we arrived really early there so we could spend a bit of time doing this, that and the other, moving locations, getting the light as it builds, and even getting a little bit of sunrise. Okay, it's not the same as the summer sunrise, it heads right round the coast, so we just got that side light coming across, which is beautiful, don't get me wrong. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Let me know if you want to see the story of our van build and adventure so far, because it has been very eventful, very eventful. But that is going to be all from me, and I think Pauline might say goodbye. It's alright, I've got a diesel heater on. So Pauline's been warming herself under our double duvet.
Well,
Trying to. But yeah, so that's going to be all from us. Have a lovely week. And yeah, we'll see you when we see you. Peace out. Bye.